away. She ate away. She ate away. She ate away. She ate away. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me dieron nada por lo mío, José. 360 is your deal, man, I couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO del LLC. Lo tengo en un pánico. Dale rápido, quiero crecer y dar más fruto, algo botánico. Lo hice bien orgánico. Tomé el maquinón. Voy subiendo como espuma y tú bajando bien titánico. Out my way, I ain't built this in a day. But you know I'm here now to stay. I'm hungry, boy, I'm not here to play.
thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look, wait.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll drop this one off to Swift. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throwing now is Murray. Rolling to his right.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, That seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. To throw, it's Murray. And a short one there, caught by Likely. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Murray off play action. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Packers.
Luke Schoonmaker,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. That.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Austin, the man in motion left. Here's Burrow.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Buccaneers had 12-3 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And some room to maneuver. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Third down and 13. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he steps away. And he's going to go down again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Come on, ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
12.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1-1, ready? Here we go. 11. Stop.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
11 MT. Stop.
Burrow on play action. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles to the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Stop.
Burrow will throw. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the
Here we go.
28-yard line.
11. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Calvin Austin laying himself out in the end zone. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Murray. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's hauled in by Hardy. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Complete to Likely. And he is going to have a Packers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Now Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, there would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Murray now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Bates' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here we go.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll give to Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Let's get set. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Stop.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Murray. On target to his man, Likely. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Once again, it's Swift. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
11, 11. 11, Thomas. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Hall ought to give up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Burrow. This pass out wide to Hall. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. Oh, what a move. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Swift will score. Touchdown, Packers. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this is incomplete. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Gun. Dot. 11. Dot.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, look at the juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game. And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane. Well, I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideout. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ja'Marr Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game. Where'd you pull that one from? And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class. And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast. You know, I just grab a nugget when I can. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news,
Plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Packers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Stop.
Throwing, Burrow.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Stop. 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 12. Stop.
Burrow.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
To throw, Burrow. Dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tampa Bay, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.